Hello everybody, this is Marty Smith for the MZoneReport.com. I play quite a few of these 180 seat sit and go tournaments at Poker Stars, the $4 types. Basically when I want to control the amount of time that I'm spending in a tournament, and I really like these tournaments for bankroll building. In this tournament though, I haven't really got any cards or opportunity to advance, and it's about, well, somebody just went out in 89th place here, and I'm sitting in a small blind with 7-4 offsuit. Horrible hand, really, but I am getting 7-to-1 odds. So at 7-to-1, if I have two cards that can make a straight, I'm basically going to call. Even though this is a group 9 negative EV hand, I will generally not throw this hand out. If I had something like a Jack 4 or a Queen 3 or a King 5, I will fold it. But because I have straight potential here, it could turn into a monster hand, and in that sense, I am much more likely to call with a 7-4 here than I am, something like a King 4. So I do call. I'm in yellow M zone. Now I'm in the lower part of the yellow M zone, so I am faced with a situation here, because I am in the lower yellow M zone, of really going for it. Simply because my queue is not very strong. As you can see, the players next to me here, 9,000, 5,000, and then most other players here have 3,000. So I really have to double up at this stage if I'm going to advance closer to the money. As you know, only the top 18 spots pay out. So during these middle stages, that's really where I want to be more assertive, partly because I do have my bankroll set, and I'm not really wasting any time on this tournament unless I can get some more chips. I've flopped 2 pair here. I'm going to check, hoping that someone is going to put out a bet, and then I'm going to either re-raise or shove. So there was a small little bet there, 500 chips. Now, keep in mind, that little bet came from a player who has a 3.0 aggression factor. And I like that in the sense that I basically know he's going to bet. You could easily assume that he has got nothing here. Maybe he's got a flush draw. Maybe he's got, something like ace 3, and so it's worth a bet for him, but he's likely got nothing given his aggression factor. So he might very well be pushing a pair, but I really just think he's got either overcards or a heart draw. And because I don't think too much of his hand right now, I'm just going to value bet here as opposed to shoving all in, because I really want a response from him. Now, if you check this out, he has re-raised me rather quickly. The big blind folded in this play. And because he re-raised me rather quickly, now I'm not so sure it's just a draw. So I'm either faced with a set, or maybe he limped in with an overpair of maybe 8s or 9s. And I'm really thinking now that it's 8s or 9s, because I'm not sure he would do this with a set. I think he would want to drag me along if he had a set. It's possible, but now I'm thinking he has an overpair. If he does have an overpair, well, let's check the backhander stats here. If he does have an overpair, I am, well, about 75 to 25. Have an overpair. He limped in, remember, so 9s or 8 could be something very likely that he would have limped in with. And I pretty much got him. So he has re-raised me. He's definitely game to go all in here. And now I'm just going to shove. No use playing around. I only got 1,300 chips left. That's what would have put me in the orange M zone. So easy shove here against an aggressive player. As you can see, now we've discovered that he actually limped in with pocket aces, and he's in trouble, because even though it's not the 9s, I'm still favored, probably about 60-40 here. And he's in a tough spot here, but I'm in a good a spot as I could have hoped for, really. He misplayed his aces. He allowed 3 players to see the flop, and this is a chemistry flop. that is going to work well in the blinds. And now he's behind with all of his chips in, and I decided to go for it because I'm at that stage in the tournament where I really have to. And as you can see, he pulled one out on me, and it was a tough loss, but I was way ahead. In the sense of, getting sucked out like this, I don't really mind it, because I know in my frame of mind what I need to do at this stage. Sometimes it's going to work, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you go on a streak and these things just don't work. But, that is a good move for me, given that I only had the 16 or 1700 chips. And, there was really nowhere to go but up. I'm nowhere near the money. And my Q is very low compared to some players at the table and in the tournament. So, this is really where you got to be pushing it. Poor play on his part. He thought he was being clever by limping in with the aces. He was a loose, aggressive player, and my play against him was absolutely standard. And in fact, given most profiles, I probably would have done the exact same thing against most profiles given my stage and the condition that I am in the tournament. So, no choice there. My tournament indicator gave me the right information that I needed about him. I made the right play. I had the right win odds. It just didn't work out. We'll get him next time. Until then, we'll let him think that he's a great player. This is Marty Smith for the MZoneReport.com. Ciao.